Alright, so this is going to be a maps and tactics tutorial as far as informational purposes for people. So what you're looking at here is the Hassan map, and all the maps look similar to this. There's Esamir, Osher, Indar, Amerish, and they all have their various climates, shall we say. Hassan is a swamp one. I'm going to use this one because it's the currently active one. So what you're looking here, these little emblems, these are your facilities, and there are capturable areas in these locations on some maps. Some maps don't have these, some do. I can't remember if Hassan does or not. I would have to go look. But yeah, so basically you're going to go to these areas and you're going to capture points. It's fairly easy to do. You have to fight people and kill people to do it. But each one of these gives your faction different benefits. Now if you look to the right of the screen as I'm hovering over this ziggurat here, this little green emblem that says 5, if your faction owns that facility, then you get 5 of those materials. And they go into your outfit armory here. See this? This is how much these things cost. These are orbital strikes, tanks, other things like that. And they go into your bastion, among other things. Now, you have fleet carriers, response vehicles. You can build your bastion, so to speak. And then you can do expeditions and other things like that too. So there's a lot to this game, and capturing these territories is completely worth it. Now, I'm not deployed right now, or I am deployed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit redeploy so I can show you some other interesting things about the map. And I'm not in a squad right now, but you would be able to see markers and everything else on the territories if I was. And I'll actually I should just join a squad so that I can actually show you all that. If there is one. And there are no squads up that I can join currently. It's probably because most of them are set to private. Alright, so we're going to just do this. And then I can show you it this way. Alright, so when you're in a squad, you'll see markers like this. You have fire teams, and these colors apply to, like, green is alpha. You can change these colors. If you're the platoon leader, where it says war assets and module assets, you can deploy these assets and mark them, etc., etc., etc. Now, when you are deploying, these little green dots are spawn pads. This is a Sunderer, and then you'll also see galaxies and stuff that are deployed with Landstar, etc. Now, if you look here to the left, this menu's not here when you're actually spawned. And what this does is this tells you where you can spawn at that has what kind of facilities. This gun means that you can change your class, essentially, and edit it. This, and resupply. This tank means you can spawn heavy tanks, etc., etc. This thing means that there is a Sunder spawn point. You can spawn light vehicles there as well. And this plane means that there is a terminal where you can spawn galaxies and light aircraft, etc. Or light aircraft. Either one. Now, there is a lot to this map stuff and the tactics. Each of these lines connects the territories. You must have this territory to get this territory, to get this territory, etc., etc. Now, on some of the maps, like I said, you can capture these neutral territories. If you do, it adds to your ability to capture this. Like, for example, if the enemy held Vital and Jahari, you could probably capture this, this, and this, as long as you had, like, Hunters or Outpost Lambda, and you could then cap Root House. Now, that being said, your warp gate is key. The energy starts here. So you have to have a connection to your warp gate, or else it will essentially cut off all of your territories that you own. So like if they took Root House Distillery right now, even if we owned these technically, we would not get, these would not be counted toward our ownership because they essentially cut our nuts off. So we would lose half our territory if they took Root House. Now the same is true for like if you took Wainwright Armory here, then the NC would lose these 3 territories. They would still be dark blue, but that would mean that they're not counting toward their total up here. And there's no alert on this continent right now, so it doesn't give you the amount of people here. Now what's going on down here is this shows you that this facility is being captured. And if you look to your right, you're going to see that it's 89% Vanu, 4% Terran. So the Vanu severely outpop the Terrans in this specific territory right now, and as you can see, it's worth 8, whatever that liquid is. I'm not a real crafter in this game, so I wouldn't know. But there is an entire crafting section that I'm going to have to learn and go through for everybody. But so that tells you how long until it's captured, whether it has the SCU or not, whether it has its special things. That's what all these blinking icons are. And it tells you which outfit is capturing it. Sorry, I just woke up. I know I'm yawning a lot. My apologies. But yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much, and then you can join combat here and it'll immediately spawn you to the nearest combat, or you can just deploy to one of the waypoints. I mean, that's pretty much all there is. You're also going to see like markers and stuff on the map. Like if I do this, that tells my squad to attack here. Or if I do this, that tells my squad to attack there. So there are lots of markers that you can put here too. Like you can send a fire team here and a fire team here with different markers. And when you're in the platoon thing, I can't move over because there's only one person in this platoon, but there's actually 4 squads and each one has 4 fire teams. So there's 48 people total. Okay, these little images on this thing that you're looking at, and this is a great place to do it because they're all visible. This symbol on your map, and this shows on your mini map too, that is a transportation terminal. It lets you warp to other continents or planets, whatever you want to call them. This symbol here means that that is a vehicle ammo supply depot. It will not give your aircraft ammo. This thing here, this symbol, means that it is an aircraft ammo supplier, and that's also a pad, but you can have these without the pad. That means that it will supply your aircraft with ammo. This means that there is an aircraft spawn terminal. This means that there is a light, oh actually this is a heavy vehicle spawn terminal because it's got the tank. This means that you can switch your class and resupply yourself. This is a teleporter. It means that it will take you to some location. On this thing, I think it takes you to the higher level. This is your warp gate symbol. You'll only see this at the warp gate, so it doesn't really matter. This teleporter here, now that I'm looking at the map, probably takes you right here to this tower. And this teleporter probably takes you to this tower. And vice versa, if you went in this tower, it would take you here. So that's a little bit on the map. Let me see if I can find a Sunder spawn somewhere. Okay. This is a shield generator right here. You can tell by the little 3 lines emblem. This is an SCU. That's what this I means here. This I with that controls the enemy spawn. So if you take this out, the enemy can no longer spawn on the base. Very important. This right here, again, 3 lines. That's a gate shield. I believe that controls the shield for... Which gate does that control? Probably that one controls this gate. This one right here is probably the one it controls. Right here. Yeah. So where this blue tank is, that's a friendly tank. This shield thing probably controls this right here. Alright, so this right here with the wrench on these emblems means that it has aircraft spawns, but you got to repair them. These 2 heavy vehicle, light vehicle spawns here. And then of course your pad for your ammo. And your teleports. This one does not have just the Sunder spawn. But yeah, this SCU here is really important. If you take that out, the enemy can no longer spawn at this base. They have to spawn here at Mulak if they own it, or somewhere else. Nettle Gardens, or, you know, wherever, in order to come back in, unless they have a Sunder. So very important. You take that out, it's much easier to take the facility. So we're going to redeploy, and I'm going to try and find a spot with just a Sunder spawn. Okay, here we go. This emblem here, the little beacon-looking emblem, the conical cylinder, that means that is a Sunder spawn point. You can spawn Sunders there, as well as light vehicles. Now, on the heavy vehicle spawns, you can spawn any vehicle. This is just basically, this is your light vehicle spawn marker, is what that is. So that's the difference. So, see, it's a little bit to take in. But once you learn these emblems, you can go to a facility and you can be like, oh, okay, so I'm supposed to do this and this and this and this and this, and this is how they tactically do this. So, also, if you look at the mini-map right here, see this point? This is your capture point. And you will see them also right here. If you are in the AO of a being, and actually, let me just deploy and I'll show you this because it's just easier for me to talk about it when I'm actually doing it. Alright, so this Sunder is not in the AO, but you can see the 3 capture points. Actually, he is in the AO. Okay, what's going on here is in a minute when this is blinking, this is perfect. You're going to see a bar pop up here if they capture it. If they're able to get this point, you will see a purple bar with blue in it, and it means that they weren't able to take it. But yeah, so if you're able to, you're going to see a bar here, and it might be easier if I just go to an area and start taking something myself. Actually, this one's being taken. Let me go here. Okay, so if you look up now, see this? This means if you see these capture points, it means you're in the AO, which is the area of operation. And you can see here that the Vanu is taking this from the Terrans. So this is how you tell your success. This is the time. And these blue guys are what we call blueberries because they're non-outfit, non-squad related individuals. But they're friendly. So yeah, I mean, and that's pretty much it. And you can see all of these emblems. You can see all of these emblems, like this star here, that's the platoon. It tells you it's 820 meters away. This over here is the spade in the heart, and it tells you how far away those AOs are. And this blue thing here is my personal waypoint. There's a compass. That's very good. It gives you the degrees. It tells you where to look to find your enemy, as well as the directionals. So that's pretty much it for this one. There's a whole bunch of other stuff you can add to this, implants, other stuff like that, but that's another video. So this is just your basic, map guide, map tactics to kind of familiarize you with the tactical settings and whatnot. So let me know if I missed anything, or if you have any questions.